the best female player this game. And holy, what is this in front of our eyes? We'll talk about that another time. This is Sandbank, and this is game 3 between Nervo and Nadia's boys. Hey, Peanuts, thank you for subscribing. Now, this here is the choice of map from Tato's team, the team who has won the first 2 games. I'm going to have to cast the game. But yeah, Nadia has been very active in the AOC scene for a while, and good friends with all these guys, and that's just the name of their clan. All incredible players. So, in starting off, I will introduce Tato's team. In the gray, he is playing as the Malay. He is the flank for his team. Nikov in the blue is playing as the Italians. In the yellow, we have Dogal playing as the Portuguese. And in the red, we have Miguel playing as the Vikings. Then across the bank, you have to bank on me making a lot of sandy bank jokes. Mentalist is playing as the Malay in the purple. In the orange is Nick playing as the Italians. In the teal is Pike playing as the Vikings. And then we have Portuguese for Mr. Spaden. So this map, I almost need to take a look at it and see what the situation is in the middle, because I maybe did this once in a community game, guys. I like to act like I know what I'm doing in some situations, but here, I'm just going to be honest. I've not seen a lot of this, especially in competitive play. So, you can cross here with ships, correct? Chat? I'm asking the chat for help, which is always dangerous. I think you can cross here, right? But there's not a lot of area to cross on. Obviously, the other games are very aggressive. I feel like this one will go a little bit longer. Maybe we'll give Nabs an opportunity to get their team game stuff in order. Civs are identical, yeah. Well, again, Tato sent me a spreadsheet of all the maps he thought were good for each game and each map. And I'm pretty sure that his civs that his team has right now match up. Everyone's going to trust Tato. Yeah, you can cross with ships. And so, with any water map where there's deep fish, players will probably go aggressive. However, you never really know. You can find a little pocket of space to fish boom and go fast castle and then fires. The water meta is very different here. Nick said the map is Black Forest on water. Well, that definitely makes sense, because you can still build on here, right? So, I think that... Oh, Yeti 90 wrecked, Tato! I think that this map favors Nabs more than it does Nervo, honestly, because Nabs want the game to go on a little bit longer. Individually, they're not as good, but as a team, I feel like they are. But in games 1 and 2, there was really no chance for them to use their teamwork, and that's where Nervo excelled, not expelled. So, Italians, great water civ. Portuguese, good water civ. Vikings, good water civ. All of these civs, actually, quite good water civs. Yeah, Rhino, woo. Get the ers in the chat for the Rhino. I don't know how to do a Rhino noise. I'm sorry, I'll practice for next time. 3 players already lost a vill. Very good point, yeah. It looks like Nick lost a villager. Look at his TC. Rhinos, don't mess with them, man. We got water buffaloes. We got rhinoceroses. And then we have deer, which is such a weird mix. This should really be an antelope. Everybody wants a water buffalo, though, guys. What is it? Yours is fat, but mine is slow? I don't know. If there's any VeggieTales fans out there, you'll know the reference. If not, I'm sorry. That was an exciting time in my life. I will never forget. Okay, so let's look at docks. This dock is not the best for Spaden. He has 1 deep fish, and that won't last him long. Then you look across the pond, and Tato has 1 deep fish, and pretty much the same situation, and they're really close to one another. Now look at the other flank. Better dock spot for Mentalist. He has multiple deep fish available to him, and then across the pond again, very good dock spot for Miguel. So you guys know VeggieTales? Yeah, good times. I could probably still sing the I Love My Lips song. Yeah, I will use the darker gray mod. I'm not sure why the mod is not activated. I've had it in the past, so believe me, as a caster, that's very important for me. If anything, it's more important for the caster than anybody. So feudal age time in for Miguel. He'll be up at 9:55, which is a very fast time, and he's going to go for fires and galleys. He'll send 3 or 4 to gold in the moment, building a second lumber camp. He will need a second dock, kind of standard stuff for him. Spaden's not too far behind. Spaden's on the other side, though. So it is going to be Mentalist and Miguel on this side. And Mentalist's time is... well, he's just clicked up. There's a big difference there. He's gone up on 22 villagers. Miguel's gone up on 19, so Miguel has a 3-villager head start, basically. If Mentalist is able to get by and keep his fish alive, then that extra villager collection time will be worth it for him. I feel like the pockets will be a little bit campier, but you never really know. Again, they don't play these settings very often. And oh, Tato! Well, hold on a second. Both players gonna go for Dark Age transports? Are you kidding me? What is this? Was Dogao trying to join? Is Dogao gonna join the transport? Hello, how you doing? There's Spaden's transport. The transports... oh, they're trying to jump ship. They're trying to jump overboard onto the opponent's transports. And Nikov with the 11. Spaden with the 11. That's hilarious. They're both gonna go... copycat, says Nikov. They're both gonna go for the same strategy. That would be pretty sick if you could jump onto the opponent's ship. We have 3 villagers and a scout for Tato. And now we have 3 villagers and a scout for Spaden. And notice that the Nervo team is aware of this, and they're using their scouts actively to try and stop this. That's just funny stuff. I love how Nico said copycats. Well, Tato, what's he gonna do? I mean, both players are aware of this. Pike is now sending over his scout to help out. That's hilarious stuff. But great innovation from all these players. As Spaden's gonna force a watchtower down, while he's also building a watchtower to just keep his vills alive. Not the most convincing start to this, but at least he will be able to hold this area. Tato sends in a demo. Is he going for the vills? Yeah, pretty sure he was going for the vills. The vills are going to stay alive, and we'll see if Tato has stone to defend. He does. He knows the villagers are here, and he will probably build that tower shortly. Yeah, there's the outpost so we can see it. His push is tower and archery range as well. And he's actually... well, I'm sorry, that was Spaden's tower. I'm colorblind. So Spaden's gonna wall this up, and tower just has... Tato just has some stranded villagers. Tower, Tato, Nick, Nabs. So what's going on elsewhere? We actually had the same strategy from Miguel. Archers and a tower, and Mentalist is aware of it. Now, on this side, I don't see a transport from Mentalist. So many transports, and Nick is also over here. So do they know Nick is there? I don't think they know Nick is here. This is just a full-on transport game. So, you know, the Dark Age transport's not something we've really ever seen before from top players. You bring the expansions to Voobly, and look what top players are going to give you. Well, this is amazing. This could hurt Mentalist if he loses the fish, but he is aware of this sneak. This is the one sneak that no one seems to know about. A quick glance now at Nick's base, and he's completely untouched. And it looks like Pike is fine as well. This is the attack I wanted to watch. Tato, yeah, he's going to lose his forward a bit, as weak villagers all around. He does have an archer range, but there's towers for Spaden. So, again, more towers. Tato doesn't have the best TC spot. Has to send villagers far away for wood. We have a dock from Spaden, as he's unable to do too much to Tato's base anymore. That Tato has a defensive tower. I mean, we really need... I mean, forget about having co-casters for these maps. We need to have 4 people, because there's so much going on at once. I'm waiting for the attack from... Nick, and also waiting for the attack from Mentalist, as Miguel has no clue. And there we go! There it is! Nick is on the wood line, and this is the worst feeling in the game, when you think you're in a good position, especially when you have forward archer ranges like this, and then you find archers on your wood line, and he could find archers on his gold in a moment as well. Miguel sent back. Nikov is in the castle age for his team. He's a pretty good boom going, but no wood accessible now for Miguel. Now, here we have Spaden transporting his villagers around. Remember, he built that dock. He's going to try and hit Nikov, but Nikov is going to have defensive knights. and TC. I think Nikov is completely fine here, and this is probably a wasted tower from Spaden. Tato is still trying to do damage to Nabs players, and Nabs players trying to wall up his archery ranges, and it looks like this villager is gonna die. Yeah, he is gonna die, but Tato will lose his archery ranges. We're back at Miguel's base. The damage continues. Mentalist having to defend at his base, so maybe not going aggressive. Oh, but look at this. He is going to kill the forward villagers now for Miguel. Looking pretty good for Nabs as he's just taken the score lead. Now, the water we haven't even talked about, but the fishing ship count is there for you guys. It seems fairly even. It looks like Nervo has a slight edge there, though. So Tato's forward has been walled up. Just now getting double bid axe, which is never good. There's a forward for Mentalist, and he's going to kill another Miguel villager. Miguel has received so much damage. And I'm wondering where the archers are. There are the archers. The archers going right to Dogal's base. Dogal, of course, we haven't really talked about him much. But he's going to lose villagers now. I think Nikov could send over some help with the knights. And there's the signal. He's like, hey, man, I need the knights here now. But what a game here. As villagers going down left and right to archers. So much T90 wrecked here. And I have to hand it to all the players regardless of the result of this game. Thank you for giving us an aggressive game. This is pretty cool. But yeah, archers need to focus down the vills and then just run because they're going to die to the knights. We're going to see another transport from Miguel as he cleared up some of Mentalist's army. And this is where Mentalist has the rest of his archers. Where will he transport? I don't know. Why do pros always trush? Because towers are incredibly strong early on. If you look at the stats of a feudal age unit, and then you consider you can repair your tower and do all the repair and multi-tower shenanigans, it is incredibly strong. This one tower stops all... He has no military here. This one tower stops all the archers from going in. Every single one. There's no other unit that can do that in the feudal age. So, this just goes to show how bad it is for Miguel, though. Because he has 2 players on him. And Nick, this is important, still has a foothold here. I don't think they know where Nick came from, even if they have Karto. So, as long as Nikov doesn't find this, if Nick can get to the next stage, he might be in a decent position to really do something. He gets the crossbow upgrade. Siege Workshop there with his bills still there, and he's golden. There's that transport from Miguel. Miguel's going to transport, and he's going to go to Pike. I mean, come on. Everyone's sharing a piece of the transport pie here. Miguel went from his flank, and he's now going to go all the way to the other pocket with the transport. I don't see too much happening now. Nikov has a crazy boom. He's really propped up his team. Nikov still hasn't seen this, but Nick hasn't clicked up yet. He's going to clear out Mentalist buildings on the front. I think the game will start to settle down now. Sneak villagers are very important because if you can hold a foothold at your opponent's base, you're good. Unfortunately for Miguel, he has gone the wrong direction. He's gone right into the skirmishers from Pike. He's going to run back to his transport. Well, they're communicating and signaling resources, I'm guessing, as Tato... He's behind here. He is definitely behind. And he might need to relocate at some point. Why is Spaden so far behind? Well, of course, we may have missed it. But it just looked... Well, his map is just... awful. Look where he had... Yeah, this map is disgusting. I didn't have a chance to look at it. Look, his first lumber camp was up here. That's his first lumber camp. This is a disgusting map for Spaden. And Tato tried to land a stable, and who knows what amount of damage he did. I think it's just a map for Spaden. When towers are coming in, and when your wood line's that far away, it's not easy for you. Okay, War Galley for Pike. So he might be adding some ships, as Dogal has plenty on water. He will have a War Galley, which means regular fire ships in a moment as well. Yeah, Arbitap, you're the... I'm sounding a little bit T90 salty about it, but you're seriously probably the 10th person to write that in the chat this game. So, yeah, I've already thought about that mod, my friend. The dark mod is definitely necessary for these games. Kind of slow play now. The water control will get more and more important once the sneaks are killed because you want to stop it from happening again. Nice little pond to fish in for Dogao. Dogao has plenty of water control, and I don't see a lot from Nabs. And just a couple units here and there, maybe to pick off fishing ships. Mentalist actually had a stable and a monastery here, and Miguel with the quick wall. That's so important for him because Miguel is still in feudal. If knights got into his base, it would be bad. Now keep in mind, if there's a transport here, yeah, Mentalist could dock and transport around. There's still that potential. And also there's potential for damage to be done from Nick, who will be in the castle age. He has villagers here. And Nikov has found him, though. So I don't know how much longer he will be there. Multiple CCs for Dogao. He's not going to be touched. Nikov has gone to Imp, which is honestly not surprising, considering he has 67 villagers now. He's had a crazy economy going for a while. His house is from Tato. Any sneak villagers? I don't think so. They're just signaling that because they know it's possible. Mentalist building TCs. It's just crazy how some players are just getting up their second and third TCs, and Nikov's already on the way to Imp. I wonder if at this point he's asking Tato what he should be doing. I feel like Nikov's game knowledge would be a little bit higher with the expansions than some of the other players here, but still, I would be asking Tato. But I know what Tato is going to say. Tato is going to say, go for condos and you won't regret it. We could see the condos. Now, this is the one unit. We're about to see it. This is the one unit which is debatably OP if he ends up going for condos. But we haven't seen enough of them to know. So, here's the transport from Nikov, which is just devastating to Nabs because this economy is so wide open for Pike. And there's really not much he can do to help Spaden either. There's a lot of water control for Dogao, so that can deny some resources, and it is kind of looking, even though the knights are here, it's looking like Nikov and Dogao can do some damage, but yeah, this is a mess for Miguel still. Miguel just needs to stay alive. But I think because Dogao's full boomed and Nikov's full boomed and Nick has not done much damage here, it's going to be a struggle for him. Compare the overall populations. Miguel is at 26. If Nabs can hold on, we'll see. So there's the barracks now. There are the condos, which again are an incredibly strong infantry unit. There needs to be a response to this. And I don't think that the economy is in the right position for Spaden and for... certainly not for Spaden, but even for Nick to deal with this. Archer range is being added, so he's, okay, on his way to Imp, and he is Viking, so we'll probably go for Arbalest then. Miguel just trying to stay alive. Oh, we have the wall from Nick, which means there's not going to be a lot of help coming from Nikov and co. Miguel is really going to need to hold on. He's not going to have any friends available. And there are the crossbows from Nick, so he's finally made it to Dogao's base. Coupled with Mentalist Knights, can they do enough eco damage here? A siege workshop is forced down. Just one tower here. The siege workshop will get up, though. The knights from Mentalist, if he's paying attention, could go over there and kill the Maganella. I think more importantly, the Expos just need to kill villagers, and that's what's happening now. But in go the condos, and this is just much worse, as Spaden has no defense for this. He needs Pike here now. Look at those stats on those condos. They're not even fully upgraded. And I think the bad map for Spaden, combined with just an excellent boom from Nikov, and I don't know, it's still a very excellent game, but I think all of that adds up here, and Pike is not going to have enough time to help out. That game was really cool, though. I think a lot of people were saying Viper's team is the team that is favored for the tournament, but I don't know about these players here. 3-0ing Nabs, Nikov, Dogao, Tato, Miguel. They've done an incredible job, and I think it's partly because of their 1v1 skill and how many 1v1 fights they took, but also their knowledge of the civilizations and their bonuses. mean, credit to Nabs. Certainly on this game, they knew they could do the Dark Age transport. Went for some really cool strategies, but it did not work out for them. I have to say, I've never seen two transports like that. They went back and forth trying to figure out what they wanted to do. The players reacted to that as well, which is funny. Viper's team is not working well together. Well, that's the thing in a team game. You have individual skill and then you have team skill. And basically for Nabs, is they do have the team skill, but I don't think they're used to these maps. The maps are a lot more aggressive. So they haven't had the time to really figure out strategies and whatnot. While Tato is definitely the most informed out of all players in the game on what you should be doing. Coupled with Nikov, who played in the tournaments, and I think Miguel and Dogal may have played. I'm not 100% sure about Miguel. They just played more of the civs and whatnot. We're not... Did Viper play his games in that tournament? No. That was just a regular team game. It's not this tournament. Is it just me, or are these games incredibly fast-paced? Well, it is incredibly fast-paced because Voobly performance is really fast. There's no lag, and just a lot of things have been addressed. Also, the maps promote more aggression too. Yeah, I'm not referring to Vipers. Like for that team game today, they got some players together to play a regular ranked match. I'm talking about the team for this tournament. SY is not in this tournament, and it's not using the it is not using the expansion civs. But you're definitely right regardless. Here's a feudal age, castle age times. That's just an incredible boom for Nikov. 1527 castle. What the difference here is, nobody, thank you for the host, man. What the difference here is, all of the Nabs players went incredibly aggressive in feudal age, while Nikov, I mean, Tato did struggle for a while because Nikov wasn't able to help him, but Nikov went full boom, and then he was able to clean things up, and his economy paid off in the long run. They're really cool games. All right, so society stats and timeline stats for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the game. Yeah, let's get the salutes in there for nobody's viewers, please. We'll go to the home page, and I think I'm going to stick around and stream a little bit more. We'll see what's available. Really cool games there. How many people